Good evening. I'd like to call to order the November 19th, 2025 regular Board of Education meeting and ask Ms. Hennis to call the roll.
Mr. Gordon?
Here.
Mr. Herbster?
Here.
Mrs. Murphy?
Here.
Mr. Ron?
Here.
Mrs. Lehman?
Here. If we could stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. No, not speaking tonight, Mrs. Sneal. That will bring us to section 2, approval of minutes. Is there a motion to approve section 2, item A, the October 22nd, 2025 regular meeting minutes?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Hennis, if you could call the roll.
Mr. Herbster?
Yes.
Mr. Gordon?
Yes.
Mrs. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Ron?
Yes.
Mrs. Lehman?
Yes. And we will move over to section 3 to Mr. Claris for special announcements.
Thank you, Mrs. Lehman. Good evening, everyone. First, just a couple quick thank yous. Thank you to our fall athletes and coaches. They finished up their seasons. There were not only many athletic highlights, but academic ones as well. We continue to be proud of them. Our winter seasons are kicking off. I had a chance to pop in to watch bowling today. There's a large group of kids bowling at Roll House versus Avon. So that's exciting. There's service learning. Many opportunities for our students are going on around the district right now, besides long-standing great programs like SITES, our Key Club. We have various Eagle student leadership and empowerment projects, which work with neighboring districts. Really proud to see that be on the forefront of some of the items that we're taking care of this year in the district. Thank you to all of our parents who have attended our rounds of parent-teacher conferences that continue. We do appreciate that. And some upcoming events that are obviously important. We have new athletic season I mentioned. We have many concerts that are going to be popping up here. It's a fun time of year, very festive. Please check out the board agenda. Our students do an amazing job. And Market Produce is a community-based event that is Tuesday. They're anticipating a larger crowd at Maple that begins at 4:30. So, we continue to thank the community members who support that needed program for the city of North Olmsted. So, obviously, we're entering into an exciting time of year for everyone, and we're excited about the upcoming events and activities.
Thank you. The next section will be reports and recommendations of the treasurer. Before we get to that, I wanted to point out that our board operates under a consent agenda, and the board received a copy of the agenda in advance of tonight's meeting and had the opportunity to look it over and ask questions. And with that, we will turn things over to Ms. Hennis.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. I have the financial statements for the month of October, and there are a number of donations, including the Educational Foundation grants that were awarded just in the past couple weeks, or last 2 weeks maybe. So.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve section 5, items A and B, reports and recommendations of the treasurer?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Hennis, if you could call the roll.
Mrs. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Gordon?
Yes.
Mr. Herbster?
Yes.
Mr. Ron?
Yes.
Mrs. Lehman?
Yes. That takes us to section 6, back to Mr. Claris for recommendations of the superintendent personnel.
Thank you, Mrs. Lehman. Under personnel, we have an individual resigning as a financial analyst to take another position in the district. I did want to point out to the board, we did have a teacher retirement on there, but there's going to be an adjustment made to the letter, so that's no longer on that agenda. We anticipate that being on a December meeting agenda for an individual who had initially put that in, but there needed to be some corrections to their actual letter. Leaves of absence, various process through HR. We have some individuals starting with us classified in food service, noon assisting, and as I mentioned previously, at the high school in a secretary one position. Individuals coming off their probationary period, some remaining coaching supplementals, approval for student athletic workers, and some support staff as translators. Those would be items A through F, and I think I have everything. Yes.
Is it G?
G.
G, sorry. G.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve section 6, items A through G, recommendations of the superintendent personnel?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Hennis, if you could call the roll?
Mr. Gordon?
Yes.
Mr. Round?
Yes.
Mr. Herbster?
Yes.
Mrs. Murphy?
Yes.
Mrs. Lehman?
Yes. That takes us to section 7, back over to Mr. Claris for operations.
Thank you, Mrs. Lehman. We do have a number of items under operations. We have a athletic partnership agreement with Cleveland State University that's been annual. We have an approval for a contract for a new transportation company when we need targeted special transportation and assistance for students. We have our annual agreement with the Educational Service Center of Northeast Ohio, who does employ our district social workers. And we also have individuals attending a music conference for professional development. And then we have the Gallup contract on the agenda, which provides our pre-screening services for our interview process for teaching staff.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve section 7, items A through E, recommendations of the superintendent operations?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Ms. Hennis, if you could call the roll?
Mr. Gordon?
Yes.
Mr. Round?
Yes.
Mr. Herbster?
Yes.
Mrs. Murphy?
Yes.
Mrs. Lehman?
Yes. And back over to Mr. Claris for some first reading of policies.
Yes, this evening we have what we call the transportation supplement from the fall Neola policy update. There are 6 policies that are on the agenda tonight for first reading. Generally, just various updates. Again, they're catching up with the most recent House bill budget and some other changes that are on the agenda this evening for the board. For any
Thank
comment.
you. We don't have to take action on those since there's a first read, but is there any discussion? Okay, over to section 9 for second reading of policies.
Yeah, we have 25 different policies for a second reading. I know that we will separate these out for actions for approval tonight. They're all a response, again, to various new provisions in the budget bill, state law, policy, normal policy updates, some that are 4 that are being rescinded, and then 21 that are either new or revised. So I appreciate, again, I'll say it all the time, the work of the board policy committee going through that, all of you for your feedback. I know it's these updates are becoming more and more heavy as the years go, and we're anticipating another one in January, February. Obviously, that's when it will come again. So just again, thank you for everyone for their work.
And thank you guys for your work. So is there a motion to approve section 9, items A through W?
So moved.
Correct.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion on those? Ms. Hennis, if you could call the roll.
Mrs. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Herbster?
Yes.
Mr. Gordon?
Yes.
Mr. Round?
Yes.
Mrs. Lehman?
Yes. Is there a motion to approve section 8, item X?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
So this policy is substantively the same as the version that I could not support previously. And what it boils down to is that I tend to agree with ODEW's model policy that calls for prohibiting cell phones at all times during the school day, with exceptions for IEPs and medical reasons. But at all other times for every other student, they would be prohibited. So I will not support this.
Any other discussion? Ms. Hennis, if you could call the roll.
Mrs. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Herbster?
No.
Mr. Gordon?
No.
Mr. Round?
Yes.
Mrs. Lehman?
Yes. Thank you. That brings us to section 10, Board of Education. We'll start with you, Mr. Brown. Do you have a committee report?
Yep, just a quick legislative report, real quick.
A quick one.
Quick. So the delegate assembly met down at Capitol Conference, as we've kind of had some discussions about that. And if you remember at our last meeting, the board discussed our position with Mr. Croden helped clarify a lot of that for us. But essentially, Berea City Schools, Fort Fry local schools, and Valley local schools all had submitted various language to be adopted, or proposals to be adopted, that all faced the same topic, basically education and equality. So the president decided to, since they were all similar topics and not various topics, to decide which one of the three would actually be put up for a vote, and that was the Berea City Schools one, and it really wasn't close. That was the one that the majority of the folks supported, and the other two got limited support. But when that language went for a vote of the General Assembly, and I think it's 2/3 is what you need for an amendment. Is that accurate, Mr. Groden?
For final adoption?
Yeah.
75%.
Yeah, 75. And it wasn't adopted, but it was close. They did count. It was around 152 to 140 or something like that, but it was still, and I think, it was a very debated topic, but I really think a lot of delegates really were had the same position that we had, that if it didn't make it through committee or the platform, almost like a neutral vote, not so much the topic. So that was the case there. And then as far as just other legislative issues, there's still some issues out there with property taxes in both the House and the Senate, and I'm going to wait to see how that unfolds. Few items I got today that are on the way for the governor's signature, and they think most likely will be signed, but we'll see. It's a variety of things down to like kindergarten birthday entry date,
Saw that.
math intervention and materials similar to what we've done with science of reading and reading improvement plans, the same with math, and displaying specific historical documents in classrooms. So what that all entail, I'm going to wait to see if it actually gets signed. When it does, we'll have what all that specific information is, and we'll have that in a future report. So that's my report, nice and quick.
Thank you. Mr. Herbster, do you have a report? Mr. Groden?
Well, just a quick thing on Polaris. Looking at Polaris Superintendent's last update to the Polaris board, there's a lot going on at Polaris, a lot of great things happening there. But we're going to have the superintendent here on December the 3rd, so I'm sure that she will share all of those important things. So I don't want to steal her thunder, but I do want to just put out there that in case anybody in North Olmsted is not aware, they're having their Explorer Club offerings again this year, and this is for 4th, 5th, and 6th grades. And they're going to have 2 sessions. They are in the evening between 4:30 and 6:30 on December 9th and 10th. When the last update came out, there were at least 103 students who had already signed up. But as of Capitol Conference, when I saw Diane Zander, there were still some openings. So if any parents are interested in Explorer Club for their 4th, 5th, or 6th grader, they still have some time. And if they don't get into the sessions December 9th and 10th, they're going to do it again in March on the 24th and 25th. Looks like some great programs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've met since Halloween, but I took Addie to the Halloween event at Polaris, and she had a wonderful time. So
Okay.
it was a really nice event that they put on.
I also went and took my son and his friend, and it was really nice. It was pouring rain.
Yes.
But it did not keep the people away, so it was very well attended. I do not have a committee report. Mrs. Murphy, do you have a
I do
report? Okay. So that brings us to Board of Education new business. We do have a couple of things that we need to discuss. The first, we need to set a date for our organizational meeting for January of 26. We were looking at Wednesday, January 7th, which keeps us like on the current schedule that we're on now. So I guess I just need some thoughts if that works for you guys.
That's fine for me.
It's a Wednesday.
It's also fine with me.
Okay.
That
So-
works.
We vote on it, Katie? Okay. Is there a motion to approve our organizational meeting date for Wednesday, January 7th, 2026 at 6 o'clock?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second?
Ms. Hennis, if you could call the roll.
Mr. Gurdon?
Yes.
Mrs. Murphy?
Yes.
Mr. Herbster?
Abstain.
Mr. Round?
Yes.
And Mrs. Lehman.
Yes. And then next for that evening, we will have to nominate a president pro temp. So if anybody is interested or wants to nominate anybody else,
I'm happy to do it if you'd like.
I nominate Ms. Murphy.
I'll second.
Before she changes her
I
mind.
accept the nomination.
thank you, Mrs. Murphy. Ms. Hennis, if you could call the roll.
Mr. Gurdon?
Yes.
Mr. Round?
Yes.
Mr. Herbster?
Abstain.
Mrs. Murphy?
Yes.
And Mrs. Lehman.
Yes. I'm not aware of any unfinished business or correspondence to the board. We do have an executive session scheduled for tonight. Upon the conclusion of the executive session, we will only come out to adjourn the meeting and no business or further action will be taken. Is there a motion to move into executive session for personnel matters, including the appointment, promotion, dismissal, and compensation of a public employee?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Ms. Hennis, if you could call the roll.
Mr. Round?
Yes.
Mr. Gurdon?
Yes.
Mr. Herbster?
Yes.
Mrs. Murphy?
Yes.
Mrs. Lehman.
Yes, we will adjourn to executive session at 6:18.